Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Guys, what do Nobel Peace Prizes, trade deals, secret meetings and lunch at the White House have in a common? All were part of a highly controversial move this week involving US President Donald Trump and Pakistan Chief of Army Staff General Asim Munir. On June 18th, just days after the tensions de escalated between India and Pakistan, Trump not only claimed credit for ending the crisis but also nominated by Pakistan for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize. But what's truly raising eyebrows in New Delhi is this: why did Trump host Muni for a private lunch at the White House? And what does this so called diplomatic success mean for India? So let's unpack the facts, the claims, and the strategy behind this explosive development. So let's first have a look at the Nobel nomination and Trump's obsession over it. Let's start with the headline. Pakistan officially nominated Donald Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize for this decisive diplomatic intervention during the recent India Pakistan crisis. According to them, Trump single handedly helped prevent a devastating war between two nuclear armed neighbors. Trump, as usual, didn't hold back. Speaking to the media, he boasted, I should have already won 4 or 5 Nobel Peace Prizes, and laminated that he won't get one because they only give it to liberals. In his Truth Social post, he even added a global touch, claiming he helped stop the Israel Iran war, de escalated Congo Venda tensions, and was a key to the Abraham Accords in the Middle East. In his own words, no, I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize no matter what I do, but the people know, and that's all what matters to me. So, guys, but here is the real twist: India never acknowledged any US mediation at all. India's stand was no mediation and no involvement. Indian officials have been very clear, very firm, and very public. The ceasefire between India and Pakistan was a result of direct communication between the DGMO, that is, Directors General of Military Operations of both the countries. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri reiterated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi told Trump directly that there was no mediation, no back-channel proposal, and no trade deal linked to the peace talks. In fact, India considers such third party interference in its internal or regional affairs unacceptable, especially on the matters like Kashmir. So, while Trump was celebrating his so called success, India was busy clarifying the facts. Yet, despite India's consistent messaging, Trump's narrative has caught fire in Western media. So, let's look at the Trump Munir lunch. Was it a symbolism or secret deal? So, on June 18th, just days after the de escalation, General Munir was invited for a private meeting with Trump. Not just a photo op, but a lunch meeting followed by a conversation in the Oval Office. Trump openly thanked Munir for not going into the war and praised him for ending the conflict. But what's more revealing is what Trump added afterward. He said, we are working on a trade deal with Pakistan and with India too. So, guys, can you imagine India and Pakistan trade deals with Trump in the middle? This raises serious questions. Was Trump using the ceasefire as a leverage to push bilateral trade agreements, or was this just a PR stunt aimed at boosting his global peacemaker image before the elections and the Nobel nominations? The bigger concern for India is, was there any back-channel understanding between the US and Pakistan that India wasn't informed of? So, guys, why all this matters for India? Let's be honest. Whether or not Trump actually influenced the ceasefire, the perception matters. Internationally, headlines don't go into military communication details. They see Trump hosted Munir, claimed peace, and Nobel nomination followed. It's a neat and sellable story for media outlets, but it also risks undermining India's sovereign diplomatic agency. If Trump or any future US president starts publicly projecting themselves as mediators in South Asian security issues, that could impact India's global position, especially when New Delhi has strongly rejected third party mediation on Kashmir for decades. The optics of Munir being welcomed, praised, and then tied to a noble champion is something India's diplomatic corps will not take lightly. It subtly signals that Pakistan's military is being recognized internationally as a peacemaker rather than an aggressor, which for many rewrites the script of the crisis entirely. So, what is the Trump's larger game plan? Trump's strategy here is it's classic Trump politics. He is packaging himself as the world peace broker from Africa to the Middle East to South Asia. Every ceasefire, every treaty, even if it wasn't laid by the US, is being branded as his achievement. And let's not forget, he is gearing up for a heated election campaign. A Nobel Peace Prize would be the ultimate endorsement of his foreign policy narrative. Whether he gets it or not doesn't matter. The goal is to control the narrative. And for Pakistan, this movement boosts their image globally. By publicly thanking Trump and nominating him, they are also securing goodwill and possibly future trade concessions. It's a smart move, especially when India continues to grow closer to Europe and East Asia. So, guys, that's it for today. So, was Trump Nobel nomination just a PR stunt? Was the lunch with General Munir symbolic or was something deeper discussed? For India, the key message is this: even if we ignore the optics, the world is watching how narratives are framed. And in international politics, perception often equals the power. So, guys, what do you think on this? Should India be concerned, or is Trump overreaching or strategically positioning himself as the global peacemaker? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this breakdown useful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe because narratives shape power, and it's the time we start understanding who's writing them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.